There's a girl at work and she gets really built up wax. I'm not joking. At her desk, she would put a liquid in her ear and then like tip her head to the side so that the wax would come out. Yeah, and then she just dabs it on the tissue.
Can you let me know who that is so I can never speak to her ever again?
Yeah, I can let you know who that is. A little new backdrop today, guys, for you. We've got a new backdrop.
New room.
Welcome back to another video. I feel like it's been ages since we've actually sat down. I mean, we've had loads of like house orientated videos on our channel. They seem to be really well received from you guys, and we actually really like doing them. We also did a house tour on the channel, so do go check that out. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, we wanted this video to be about things that you should do to prepare when you first move into a house, things that we didn't consider, things that we wish we knew before moving in. So the first point that we've said is create a file on your computer and just kind of save all the documents that you are going to need, because it can be quite faffy going back and forth between like your mortgage advisor with the documents that they need, or your solicitor and things like that.
Yeah, we did that, made a mistake, didn't we? Every single time.
Yeah. We
had to re-get our bank statements, we had to go get our passport again, you
so
know,
annoying.
Search through your emails, it just adds up, doesn't it? You have to do it so many times.
Yeah,
we just had a nice little folder, a nice little data.
Yeah, it was just all there.
Just saved and ready.
Yeah, makes it
a lot of
easier.
time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and obviously they're going to be things like your passport, your pay slips. I'm trying to think what else we needed.
Bank statements.
Bank statements.
Driver's license. They just
yeah, driver's license. That's a good one.
Form of ID, didn't they?
I think if you just get all of that stuff done before, it's going to really save you, 1, a headache, 2, a lot of emails back and forth, and 3, it might just stop delaying the process a little bit for you, because if you've just got it all ready, you've got no excuses. You can hear the ice cream van in the background, guys. Summer's here.
It's freezing outside.
I know, I'm wearing a jumper.
Get a clipper. It is later, we'll get a clipper.
Love a clip. Oh.
So on a similar sort of vein, I think something that we haven't done to this day, but we should have explored, is DocuSign. I'm sure everyone's heard of that. It's like electronic signatures. So I was in Hawley, Elise was in Emsworth, and if you can imagine, every time the solicitor sent something or emailed something, I'd have to print it out, I'd have to sign it, I'd have to forge Alicia's signature, I'd have to take it to Elise to sign, and then scan it back in and then send it off. Okay, honestly, the ache in my balls for doing that over the space of 3 months.
Ache in my balls.
That's hard work. But imagine a DocuSign, so they send it over.
Yeah, it's just easier, isn't it? Yeah, because we were having to like obviously sign, scan it back in, like Sean just said. Again, it's just like a lengthy process. You can just save yourself a bit more time.
By the time you printed everything out, signed it, scanned it back in, that is, you know, it is a pain.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. So yeah, I think that's just our first recommendation, is to just have all those files there ready to go, and then you've got nothing that's potentially going to just hold you up for a few extra weeks. Bob's your bloody uncle. Okay, so the second point we've got is just to check in regularly with your solicitor, because you can't just assume that the work has been done. They are not just managing yourself, they're probably managing loads of other couples, and from our experience, she was like snowed under, wasn't she?
Yeah, she really was.
You could definitely tell.
And there was a space of like, at one point, like nearly a month where everyone said they were waiting for stuff. So our solicitors have said they sent something, their solicitors said they didn't receive it, and they were just, it was almost like a game of chess, and they were so stubborn, they were refusing to send it again. And eventually it was just in her outbox. She admitted after a month, and that was only after pushing, because if you just leave them to it, they will take forever. So do like, you know, you're going to annoy them, but who cares? Do it. Call them every 2 days. Just say, you know, where are we with this? Have you sent this? Have you done this? Blah blah blah. And
again, like Sean just said, call them every 2 days, but try and do it like beginning of the week. My recommendation would be, because at the end of the week they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll deal with that on Monday kind of thing, and then you have to wait a whole other weekend. Try and do your chasing maybe like Monday, Tuesday. So then they've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to kind of rectify it, and then again you can chase up on Friday to check that that's been done. Yeah, just stay on at them. Yeah. Keep chasing. Don't assume it's being done, because it's probably not. Okay, so the third point we've got is to just have a real big clear out of the things that you're planning on taking with you. So obviously for me, I was coming from my mum's house. I didn't have loads of furniture, which was great, but I did have a lot of like clothes and documents and just things that I didn't necessarily need. So just have a big sort through.
Yeah, because I mean, 2 things on that. One, we had so much stuff in the garage which just sat there for what, 6 months, and then we just got rid of it all.
Yeah, because we were like, well, we clearly don't need it.
No, and so, you know, we didn't have a good think at the beginning. We sort of just took way more than we needed. On that same point, you know, do things early, because moving day is stressful and it creeps up on you. Do you need that folder? Do you need those extra photos?
Yeah, it does come down to stuff like that. Yeah, I think just like if you've not kind of had it on display or worn it or used it, and it's not holding some sort of like what's the word, sentimental value, then I would say probably you don't need it. But again, that's personal preference, that's completely up to you. But our advice would be just have a big old clear out. Don't be holding on to things that you don't need to take, because it will just save you so much more time when you're moving in. You'll be like ready.
DVDs. How many DVDs you get time to get rid of? 4,000?
I don't know.
One of them was a skydive of your fat ex.
Dramatic.
I took it to CX and we thought we'd make some money, and they were going for like 1-2p a time.
The whole point is just have a big clear out. Yeah, you'll just feel better for it. It will help the whole moving process. It will help you feel a little bit fresher moving into your new place. So yeah, we definitely recommend that. Okay, so another thing when moving, I really recommend this, and I don't know this specific name for them, but you can get like wardrobe boxes. So for when you move house, you literally just take all of your clothes out of the wardrobe, leave them on the hangers, you put them inside this cardboard box that also is like a wardrobe inside a box. And the removal companies, I'm pretty sure, can provide you with them, but it just saves you having to unpack all your clothes. And that goes for the same for like your chest of drawers and things like that. If you've got stuff in, you might need to ask the removal company probably if they're okay to lift it with your clothes left in. So you might need to ask the question if that's okay. But again, that's something that if they can just pick it up, take it and go with all of your clothes left in there, that's a big job. It saves you the other end with all of your stuff just knowing where it is, rather than having to unpack clothes, because I think a kitchen alone unpacking is an absolute nightmare with all your plates and cutlery and stuff. So yeah, clothes is a big one, and I think that would really save you some time. So another point we'd recommend is any furniture or things like that that you think aren't going to fit within the dimensions of your new place, look to get it on Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace, and try and earn yourself a little bit of money, because I promise you, you are going to need the money the other side.
So one thing I really underestimated is how hard it is to get rid of furniture sometimes. So I had an entire flat, and because of the layouts of my flat and this house, we couldn't bring all of it. But things like, you know, we have so many beds. I was trying to sell a bed, I couldn't quite sell the bed, so I had to get rid of a mattress. I just underestimated it. You try and take in 2 mattresses to the dump, it is difficult, so don't leave it to the last minute, like kind of like I did. I put it on Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace and whatever months in advance, and some of it just, you know, most of it sold, but some of it just didn't. And all of a sudden, the night before, I'm thinking, I've got to get rid of a bed here, and I'm lucky it just about fit in my car, otherwise it would cost me loads. So another point is, you got to think worst case scenario. If the place falls through, which is a good chance, don't order things which have a big delivery date. Like the sofa, for example.
Yeah, they normally
12
have like
weeks
quite
delivery,
a big wait time. Yeah.
Just don't do it. It is not worth it. I personally would not do it until you've moved in.
Yeah. I know it's anxious because you're like, oh, I want to get all of the nice new stuff. I'm very much like that. I like a thing to be done. I like a room to be completed. But you can find things on Facebook Marketplace. And if you have stuff that's going to fit into that space that you want to upgrade, then just take it with you for the meantime rather than get rid, because you don't know how long these things are going to take. Like I said, sofas, for us when we were looking, they had quite a long wait period. So another point is, don't assume that you can stay there the first night. Now for us, we moved into a new build and we didn't pay them to put all the extras into our house because it worked out as too much money that they wanted from us. For us, we moved in, we had floorboards, we had no carpets down upstairs, we also had no bed built. Don't just assume that you can. And obviously if you're moving quite far away to a new location where you're not like familiar with family and friends, then you're probably going to need to look to obviously plan for like a hotel or an Airbnb or something like that.
It's a long day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long day. You want to crash.
You'd be surprised. You get to 8, 9 o'clock and
knackered.
You know, all you've got is boxes around the place. You know, you haven't got a bed, blinds are not put up. You know, just think about that. Make sure you've got like a hotel booked, or you know, just a plan B. We kind of thought about it last minute, didn't we? Really, but luckily we had your mum around the corner. So
yeah,
I mean, how long were we there when we moved? So we moved in, but we stayed with your mum for a few weeks, didn't we? At least a week.
Yeah, so I don't think we stayed there until like the weekend, because again, like I said, we didn't have any carpets down, so I think we stayed at mum's for a week. And then the first full weekend we came and stayed here, we obviously had to build the bed first, but we had to wait till the carpets to be done. There's just loads of things before you actually think, like you think you get the keys, you wait so long for this process, you're so excited and you can't stay there. Okay, so our last and final point is, if you can stay in the property, which is incredible news, then you are going to need a box of stuff, i.e. milk, some glasses for a drink, a spoon to stir your tea, some oven gloves or a tea towel to wipe the side down, bread, milk, sugar, things like that, just to kind of help you on your first night. You are going to probably get a takeaway, but have you got the plates? Have you got kitchen roll and things like that? And of course, loo roll,
yeah,
toothpaste, shower gel, Have you got towels, obviously, to grab a shower, things like that. So yeah, they're all things to consider. Again, things that we definitely would have forgotten if it wasn't for my mum and his mum kind of down our ear, like, you need a box of stuff to have for the first night.
When we did move in, we still had, you know, we went out 4 or 5 times because of things we forgot, didn't we? We were like, oh god, we haven't got this, that, whatever. We were just going back and forth on that first day.
We did. However, I do think we were still in celebratory mode. We were like, we're in the house, let's go out for dinner and celebrate. So those are our tips for things to consider before moving into a house, or things to prepare, or how to prepare. If you do really like this video, then let us know in the comments below. We can definitely come up with a second video for you with some other points that we can cover. And yeah, that is it for today, guys. We will see you in the next video very, very soon. Take care. Bye. You never say bye to people.
No, it's yours. I don't do that.
All right.